Hey, what's up, guys? I just wanted to bring you guys a new episode, and this one is kind of something that, again, is kind of derived from my personal experiences. And the episode is rightfully entitled "Do Not Dim Your Light." Do not dim your light. Now, what I mean by that is don't stifle your personality, especially when you find out who you are and when you want to express yourself fully, which is not easy for everybody to do. But people that get there, or people that know where they should go, sometimes they throw shade on themselves. They dim their own light, like a crime in and of itself, if you ask me. Because, like I said, you finding out who you are, you fully expressing yourself and being free to be who you are, be free to be that person, free to be happy, smile, and do what you feel in your heart is right, and do what you feel in your heart is right for you. It's hard to get there. And then when you derail yourself, man, it's that much harder to get back on the track. Derailing yourself is one of the worst things you can do. Dimming your light is one of the worst things you can do. But we do it. We do it. Some of us do it every day. Don't understand that little resistance that they feel within them is their light wanting to shine, and them having their hand on that switch, dimming the light. Why would you dim your light? Why would you cage your personality? Now, I'm not saying this just because I want assholes to be free to be assholes. That's not it. Or somebody that's free, feel free to just offend people for the sake of offending them. Now, that's kind of touchy these days because, you breathe wrong, some people will get offended. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people that are in their right mind, that are more or less balanced, and not these opposite extremes that we're seeing these days. Becoming offended by, people that just want to be jerks. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is somebody who pretty much waters themselves down just to fit in with whoever they're around, to make them feel more comfortable. Whether it's a crowd, a group, or an individual, you stop shining, stop being that bright, happy person because it makes them feel uncomfortable. So they can win, so they can feel all right. Meanwhile, you're binding yourself, you're handcuffing yourself. You're not feeling free to express yourself the way you're supposed to. What kind of life are you creating for yourself? How are you going to perform at your best if you're tying one or both hands behind your back? You're going out and you're trying to participate in things that need you fully involved, fully aware, mentally, emotionally, physically, but you bind yourself on purpose. And again, I'm not green lighting any bad behavior, anybody that want to go off and just do something that is extreme and that's dumb, that's not fitting that's not representing them well. I'm not saying that. But I am saying that you need to shine. You need to shine. Bottom line is, some of us are too afraid to shine. Maybe there's a fear of success. Maybe there's a fear of not wanting to leave the pond that they're used to swimming in. Maybe, who knows? Everybody's situation is different. But there are some people out there that has this, they have this light inside of them. This beacon that if they let shine bright enough, they can ascend to where they're supposed to be. And maybe they're afraid of that. Maybe they don't want to outshine the other people they're around. Years ago, I would have to say that fear, and the fear of outshining the ones I was around, and mixed in with a bunch of different things like imposter syndrome and all these self-defeating things, countered my light. I was told by someone that is really close to me that I was the equivalent of a 4K TV displaying a black and white picture. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Or I faded away to that. And I can play the blame game all day. I can play the blame game, but in my not so vast wisdom, I cannot point the finger in other directions, except for if I'm pointing at the man in the mirror. It was me. It was my fault. My hand was on the switch dimming the light. Not anybody else. They just took advantage of that situation that I created for them. Could you blame them? Hell no. Especially if they're out to take care of themselves. Cannot blame them. It was all on me. It was all on my shoulders. But then I was too afraid to do anything about it. Too lost and too busy at the same time. So it was just a big cauldron of bullshit mixed up, and I was swimming in the middle of it, and I was stirring the pot myself. There were other spoons in the pot stirring by others, but hell, if I started a party, they may as well join it. And that's what they did, because I allowed it. I dimmed my own light. I did not shine the way I was supposed to shine. I did not ascend to where I was supposed to ascend. I didn't raise my standards. I didn't hold myself accountable. So, with that, I'm asking you, why are you still dimming your light? Why? And what are you going to do about it? Maybe you should start small. That works. And keep plugging away. It takes work. It takes work, but it's a labor of love, especially if it's for you. And I guarantee, those that are around you that truly love you, they're going to see that change and they're going to cheer you on. And they'll benefit too. If you're one of those people, if you're, Mr. or Mrs. Helpful, you like to help people and lift them up around you, you got to lift yourself up and shine first and be that beacon. You being a shining example can help somebody else, especially those who care about you and admire you, even with your dim light. they can see your positivity. They can see you rise up. They can see your progress, your growth. And that alone can be enough to inspire them to do what they need to do, to rise when they need to rise. Just saying. It makes no sense at this point because there's too much out there going on, too much working against you for you to work against yourself. I mean, it's like putting a rubber band on a rosebud and getting pissed because it's not blooming. You tied it down, and now you're going to curse at it because it won't grow. It won't bloom. You put the binds on it. Don't get caught up in that madness. And if you're in the middle of it, it's time to start finding your way out of it. Because you deserve it. And then your camp, the people around you, your inner circle, your circle deserves it. Unless they're the ones that are holding you back. Then maybe you need to make your changes there for you to start rising to shine and be who you're supposed to be. I'm just saying, I've been there. Don't want to do that again. And I'm still climbing. Thank God. Still climbing. Check yourself, check your team. Make your changes and keep rising, guys. Y'all know I keep these short. I'm gonna wrap it up there to possibly be revisited later. And I thank you for listening this long. Just hit me up, at giftedandInsane@gmail.com if you have any comments. Of course, always include a link for you guys to make your comments, whether it's verbal or leave me something here on Anchor. Or you guys can just pay me a visit on Instagram at ZETWIL88. That's ZWIL88 on Instagram. We'll come back at you with some more episodes of The Gifted and Insane. Thanks for listening. You guys take care. Be safe. Keep shining. Peace.